Hey, welcome to Tipsy Tuesday. How is everybody today? What is up, Kelly?
What's going on? I just turned on the chat. So what's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday. Another week gone by.
Yes. And we wanted to touch a little bit of base on running a business. Anybody can start a business. What's up, Tanisha? How are you? Anyone can start a business. I mean, pretty much in this industry, if you have, $100 to $500 to even $10 on some places, you can start a business. Well, and that's the easiest part. The hardest part is running the business and the tools and keys and things that you need to do to run the business. So we wanted to touch a little bit of base on that and how you can improve your business and run it like a champ, like a top earner.
Exactly.
What is up, Eric?
Eric's here.
So how's it going, Kelly?
It's going good. We started this whole getting up early thing, and today was day one of my new plan of action, I guess you could say, and I can't believe how much stuff I got accomplished. The certain little things that you need to do to run a business that you got to do every day. Well, there's certain, you got to find the time to do those certain things, and just by getting up 2 hours earlier than what I used to get up, and being able to get all what I got accomplished, those little daily things that you need to do that you say, well, I'll get to it tomorrow. Well, you got the time to do it. So
yeah, absolutely. Kelly and I have started a 12-week, basically our own boot camp, to snap ourselves into gear and really gear up. I mean, guys, the one thing that you have to understand about the month of August is a lot of people, summer's kind of a low in our business, and that's why it's so important to be working your fanny off in the summer, because you're planting all those seeds. Because what's happening, and I'm sure if you're talking to people out there and you're prospecting, what's happening, because you're hearing it from people. They're like getting really excited to get back into my business. Kids are going back to school. So August is such a key important time to just really crank down and make sure that you're building those relationships and you're getting this going, especially if you're inside of MLSP, because you can help anyone, in any industry. So, the people who are in XYZ, health and wellness, travel, wherever the people are in, they've been taking the summer off. They've been hanging out with their kids. They've been going to the park. They've been doing all this stuff over the summer. And then they plan on, I'll just get back into it as soon as school starts. Well, then they have the excuse of, registration of school, and they have, just getting back into the whole schedule thing. So this is a very important time to really be planting seeds and be taking your business just into a whole nother level. So we decided, over the last few days of masterminding and stuff, that this is what we were going to do. And so one of the key points to running a business is finding that mastermind partner, finding that accountability partner. Because, you've heard it before. Pick any excuse, because they'll all do. Yeah. And that's the truth, guys. I could have had any excuse in the world not to get up at 4:44 this morning. Literally, I looked up at the clock at 4:30 and I thought to myself, am I really going to do this? Because truly, how would Kelly really know?
Right.
If I didn't? But I'm cheating myself at that point.
I've already been up for 2 hours.
Well, that's the difference in time. Yeah, Kelly sent me over his plan for the day, and I was like, how is he getting so much more done? I'm like, but he's up 2 hours before me. If I got up at the same time he did, it'd be 2:44. So, and that's another, definitely planning out your day by day. And I've always been I'm super duper planner, almost too crazy of a planner. Like I plan to plan to plan to plan to plan. And at some point you have to put that plan into play. But one of the things that I found through the last couple of years of being in business is I want my plans for the whole month. This is what's going to happen each single time. Well, the truth is that life happens. You have kids, some mornings they'll sleep until 10, some mornings they'll get up at 7, so your day gets very crazy and all that stuff. So as long as you have like the main key things that you must do in your business to run it, and know that has to get done before your head hits that pillow at night, and it doesn't matter what time you go to bed. And if, it has to be done. Those things have to be done.
Just like Diane said on the wake up call this morning, hitting your marks every day. Those little things need to be done every single day.
Yeah. And just like she said about, making sure that you're also giving yourself, kudos for how far you've come. I mean, just the other day when Kelly and I were sitting down and we were talking, and of course you go through the frustration times of your business and all that stuff. But if you really look back to even a couple months ago, where your business was a couple months ago, how far you've come, and just take that and soak it in for a minute, because that's a lot of hard work. I mean, most people, as you know, aren't doing it.
Yeah. And like Brian even said in the beginning, the only person you should be comparing yourself to is yourself. And are you a better person today than what you were yesterday? Did you learn something new? Did you apply something? You're getting better and better every day, and not comparing yourself to the person who's getting 40 to 50 leads a day, making 60, 70 transactions on their blog a day. You can't compare yourself to that. You can only compare yourself to yourself, and really think about are you better than what you were yesterday?
Yep. Just like he said before too, is like, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. And if you just know that, and just, if you're still proceeding to do the things you do, I mean, a lot of people get into this industry and think, why hasn't it been happening for me, as they're flipping the channels on the TV and, checking their news feed on social media. It's not happening for you because you're not busting your butt. And if you're busting your butt, then you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I mean, mentally, you have to get there as well. And a lot of us have more challenges than others. Some of us, have been through more in our past that we need to get through and things like that. So mentally, you're exactly where you need to be. You have to get through that process.
But yeah, find an accountability partner. That's one of the biggest things that's helping us out. I mean, me personally, and I reference everything back to wrestling, but if I didn't have good drill partners, I never would have been a good wrestler.
Yeah.
So you got to have, a good drill partner, someone who's going to, let you do the moves and stuff like that, but give enough resistance so where they can feel it. You know what I mean? So you can feel it. So when you go and do it in a match, you're going to feel that same exact resistance, and you'll finish the move.
Yeah.
So and that's just like, writing blog posts. Once you sit down and actually mark out, 45 minutes of your day to write a blog post, and between this time and that time, I'm going to write a blog post. And it's that daily activity of, doing that, or writing your emails, or putting content out, and whatever you're doing, but you got to do it daily. You can't do it, here and there, and maybe this week I'll write one, and then 3 weeks go by and you haven't done a shit. You haven't done a thing. Yeah.
And that's, you always hear people are watching. And when you hear that, you think, potential teammates, new customers, things like that. Not only those people are watching, but your team members are watching. And if you want them to be doing the thing and you want them to build, what did what did he say? You know, you don't use people to build your business. You use, what was that saying?
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember where in my notes that is, though.
Use the business to build people. Do not use people to build your business. And that's so key. I mean, if you start putting the people into play instead of your business into play.
Write that in Tipsy Tuesday in the group so I can,
Okay. So, I mean, really just getting serious, and especially right now, guys, because what's going to happen is in September, all the kids are going to go back to school. All the parents are going to start going, uh-oh, I have all this time freedom. And they're going to be on social media, and they're going to be trying to recruit you or whoever they can get a hold of. So you just really want to start planting your seeds right now. Start showing up. Start the blog, guys. It's absolutely been amazing what the blog does for you.
Yeah. It's mentally too. I mean, like you created a website. Who would, I never would have thought in my life that I would ever be able to create a website myself. You know what I mean? To actually to create it and do it. That's something that I never even fathomed about doing.
And they always say stay consistent, stay consistent, stay consistent. And for me, I always thought that was stay consistent for your audience. Your audience has to see you showing up every day. And that's not true. In my opinion, the reason why you need to stay consistent is because you get better. I've become a better writer. I've learned more. I've contained, and my sponge has actually soaked something up, because I can write notes all day and I can watch a webinar all day long, and then it goes in the pile of uncashed checks. But if I'm taking it and I'm turning those notes into my own words and putting a blog out, I'm comprehending it more. Every time I write, I'm getting across the same thing, lead generation, things like that. Every time I do it, it soaks more in for me.
Yeah. Makes you look more the authoritative person when you do that, because you get so much confidence in yourself, and you're getting good. And that's, you're good when you're good.
Yep. And you can't be good without doing the deed.
Exactly. And that's why it's important to do these daily little things.
Yes.
No matter what it is. And meditation. I mean, I'm on day 8 of meditating for 20 minutes a day. I haven't missed a day yet. And I mean, just adding that to it. It's part of your mind that you need to do, that you need to have when you run a business. You have to have the right mindset that goes along with it, and you gotta work on it daily, or you can go along with life and all the noise that's going to happen, because you're going to be doing this. That when lunchtime comes up, you're going to be at this spot at this time. Your kids come home at this time. You're all mapped out for the day, but you didn't take any time for yourself.
Yeah, and it's been crazy over the last 8 days that we've been in this meditation challenge. It's literally made me more aware of my time. I'm not sitting down with my kid and also prospecting. I have time. I'm aware of that time. I'm aware of taking those thoughts of oh my gosh, what if so-and-so who wanted to see your, who you were going to send the link to, messaged you back and you're not there. Oh my gosh. It's okay. Because you know what? If they're going to go somewhere else, or if they're going to do anything, and if you're not right there for them, it's okay. It's actually better that way, because they see you as a busy, authoritative person versus constantly being there. And let's just put it this way, your business is only going to grow. So you could be there for them right now, every second of the day, but come a month from now, when everybody goes back to school and you're signing up all those people because you planted all these seeds, and you're not there for them anymore, they're going to be upset.
Yeah.
And they're not going to understand, but your business is going to grow and you're not going to be able to be there. So you know, meditation's definitely helped me with that, as far as just being like, it's okay not to be there 100% for,
Right.
you know, everybody. Learn marketing. You got to learn marketing
So
to run a business.
So important. That's what you're not. That's what you are. You're a marketer, and you got to learn how to market. And it's so important. You know, like people try to go into or they think they know marketing, and they'll try to, you know, they say, you know, you got to brand yourself and brand yourself. But if you go out and you've never promoted before and you try to brand yourself, no one's going to click on your stuff, because your face hasn't been there to give you the authority to give yourself the brand. When you first doing marketing, you gotta be a promoter first. You gotta learn how to promote. And with MLSP, with the self-done system campaigns, and when you can learn how to promote, and you got leads coming in from that. I mean, just this morning, I already got a lead this morning for the Wednesday webinar coming up, because I'm promoting it. I'm promoting. You got to learn how to promote before you become a brand. And once your brand will come as you do content, you'll find your brand. Like when you think of a brand, you think of Walmart. What do you think of Walmart? Or Starbucks coffee. What do you think of Starbucks when you say Starbucks?
Well, yeah, or like, you know, you usually,
you know, that's a different brand than Dunkin' Donuts. If you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you're going to get I don't drink coffee. You know, this is just what I heard on someone taught me, but because I don't like coffee. Stephanie loves it, but I don't. But anyway, if you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you know, you're going to get something, you know, light and sweet, and that's all you got to say. But if you go to Starbucks, you got to speak in French and have a venti chai pinche colada extra espresso with the olive and da 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 da. But yeah, you're going to pay more for that, you know. But they give you the environment too, where you can, you know, create. You can have a business meeting there. They give you. That's why you pay more for it.
Yeah. Speaking of Dunkin' Donuts and branding, I went to Dunkin' Donuts one time and I said, "Can I have a bagel with Philly?" And the girl behind the counter was like, she looked at her other person and the girl was like, "That's cream cheese." That's branding right there. Okay, I didn't say cream cheese. I said Philly, because I use Philadelphia cream cheese. And that's what, in my head, when I think cream cheese, I think Philly. And the same thing with, you know, I usually don't say tissue. I say Kleenex.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's just, that's the power of branding. And that's the power that it has to be when someone thinks leads or ranking up in my business. You want them to think of you. You want them to go, "Oh my gosh, oh yeah."
That's all Samantha. That's all Samantha girl posts is nothing but value. Going here, trying to shows you how to get leads here. You know, she's always promoting these other people's stuff, and she come out with her own stuff. Absolutely, I'm going to follow this girl.
Right.
You know, she's given me nothing but value in the past. Why not? You know.
Right.
And you're always there doing your daily content, showing up daily.
Well, and you know, selling your products are probably the worst thing. I mean, one of the trainings that we just went through was telling us that knowing too much about your product can actually hurt you, because you're going to over-explain yourself and you're not going to allow the tools that your company is giving you to do the job. Where if you don't know as much about your company, I mean, Lisa Grossman, she says it all the time. She's like, you can sign up for a company and make $1 million and never have any idea what the product is, because you use those tools, because those tools are known. You know, I mean, I can do all day, you know, in MLSP, you've got funnels, you've got all of these amazing things that you have at your disposal. But as the new network marketer, that's not things that you need to be worrying about.
Yep.
You have Brian Finale, the copywriting master. He was the one that got you to sign up if you're inside of MLSP because you watch their videos. So what makes you think that you are going to be able to, explain it any better than him right now?
Right.
That's the reason why MLSP has anyone from the beginner on up to the millionaire marketer. The millionaire marketer already's been through the copywriting courses, already has mastered that, knows how to do the funnels, knows how to do the videos and all that stuff. You don't have to worry about that right now. I mean, it's just, Kelly watched, if you're inside of MLSP, go into your marketing strategies, go down to system campaigns, and within your first 90 days, learn how to become in profit with Diane Hockman. Literally copy, like tomorrow, if you're inside of MLSP and you're not promoting Jessica Higdon, you're absolutely insane. Jessica Higdon in the last 2 or 3 days made $250,000 off of the course that she's going to be selling. So if you get these people into this webinar, you're going to sell them the course and you're going to make money.
Yeah.
Plus, what she's going to share alone is going to be enough to have someone go, wow, what is,
then you're gonna be signing up 10 people by the end of summer anyway if you go to the webinar and do what she says.
Exactly.
I mean, she's going to give you the exact blueprint how to sign up 10 people before the end of summer. I know my kids start school in 2 weeks, August 15th. So I could actually, if I do what she tells me to do, I can sign up 10 people in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and guys, we're starting this little formula that we're doing, and we're going to be sharing it with you once we know that it works. And I'm telling you, this formula that we're going to start following over the next 12 weeks is going to be absolutely insane. And as soon as it starts working, and as soon as we know that it's working, and I know it will, we will share it with you.
It's so duplicatable. That's the thing.
It is so insanely easy. I mean, it's not like over pressure. I mean, if you can pick up the phone, and that's the other thing, pick up the phone.
Yeah, you got to
pick up the phone when you're running your business. And it does not take 4 days to pick up the phone. It's the same thing that we talked about with these people who are like, oh, I'm waiting for my kid to start school. I have a kid at home. I know half the people watching this have children at home right now, and you're still running your business. You're still here. Kelly's still here. We've all been running our business through the summer. So that's just another excuse. And that's the same person that says, oh man, you know what? Today I got to take my kid to a play date, and then I have some errands I got to run, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. So I'll call that lead
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Saturday will be a good day for me. Saturday. I'll have time on Saturday.
Oh, they didn't pick up. Oh.
Yeah. So now it's another 4 days, and before you know it, Joe just signed that person up because you had it's that easy. Pick up the phone. It's not like back in the day. I mean, I don't know if I'm aging myself here, but I remember the cords that you would drag all around your house.
Use your phone. Use your phone, not the apps on your phone. Use the actual telephone. Use the actual service.
Yes. And the text messages, I know they work, and I know they work especially for, people who you're trying to develop that relationship with, because a lot of people are scared of getting on the phone. But they don't work after you've developed the relationship. And I'm like one of the prime examples that text messages don't work, because I am like uber duper sensitive to things. Like the other day in one of my primaries, one of my customers sent over a message about needing something that I was supposed to replace, and it was literally like $1, and she was like, I haven't gotten it. If not, can I get a credit? And I just was like, oh my God. Like, and she didn't mean that.
Right.
Like, I'm sure she wasn't coming across that way, but for me in my day and what I had happened, I was just like, in your dollar, we're worried. I drive 15 minutes to your house and you're worried about your dollar, and so that's the reason why text messages and emails and stuff like that don't come across, is because you can't show your emotion. You can't show whatever it is, that person.
And why do people purchase on emotion?
Exactly. Exactly. So, video marketing, I think that's, yeah. Oh, there's two more things. Video marketing is a must.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you.
Get
I
used
mean,
to
and
it. Get used to
yeah,
it. Just get used to it. Just start doing it and get used to it. That's the only
yeah,
thing. Just like if you don't know how to swim. If you're 40 years old and you don't know how to swim, you get in the water. You got to get in the water.
and you can't just swim across the pool and be like, oh, I did it. You got to keep swimming across that
Yeah.
pool. I mean, that's the same thing with the video marketing. Like, you can put it out there. You can put it out there, but you got to keep putting it out there, because that's how people see you as an authority. And this live stuff on Facebook, guys, I mean, I haven't tapped into it completely, but it's absolutely insane. I mean, you get notifications of it. People can subscribe to you so that they see you come on. I mean, it's just absolutely insane.
It's a marketing tool that that if you're not learning right now, then you need to start learning it, because I mean that you're going to be left with so many people that you could have helped.
Yeah. And honestly, video marketing, like, one, it's the most exposed thing on Facebook right now. I mean, you're talking, it goes video marketing, pictures, and then text, depending on how much interaction you're getting on Facebook. But video marketing is the way to do it. And, a lot of people are worried, oh my gosh, somebody might not watch it. And that's true. I mean, there's some videos that I post that, I barely get any views. And then there's other videos that I post that I have 302 shares and all this stuff. And it's just like, holy cow. But
Right.
The best part about video marketing is you get to see 145 people watched your video, even if they only watched the first 30 seconds and then left or whatever. That's 145 people you exposed your brand to. Because they're not doing it. And when they watch you, they're like, wow, I can't believe she's, doing this.
Right. And then you can, and once you start posting on your fan page, you can, find out like what people or how many people you reached or whatever, whether it's a text or an image or just a video. And you can, base it on, post different times of the day, see what your reach is. And, you play around with it for a month, you'll know what time to post, what kind of post to put on your stuff to get the most reach.
Yep.
I mean, I'm up on this one video just organically. It's already reached 650 people.
Yeah. Would you ever have gotten that off of an image that you posted?
Never gotten that off of an image.
Right.
Never.
So, I mean, it's just, Facebook looks at the videos completely different. Facebook's definitely taking whatever, and they are changing some stuff around now that they're coming out with this video. And this leads me to the last point of running your own business. You want the attention of the big leaders. You want them on your team. I mean, come on, guys. You can sign up anybody, but anybody's not going to produce. You want the people who are producing. You want the attention of those leaders. And those leaders are not going to give you attention because you go over and like and comment. I mean, granted, they're going to be like, oh, they're going to see you, but they're going to just be like, okay, well, it's, just another person following me. Where if you're doing those videos and you're putting yourself out there and you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, those leaders are going to be like, well, wait, who is this? I remember when I first started marketing on Facebook a few months ago, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months ago, when I really started getting into Facebook, and there was a particular girl who was in a video challenge, and she was up every single day. I saw her videos, and I was just like, who is this girl? And you could tell she wasn't, she wasn't Diane Hockman or Ray Higdon or anything like that. She was just a new marketer in a challenge. And I watched her, and then I don't see her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone.
She's gone.
So you can do it for 30 days, but then you're just gone unless you just keep continuing with it,
Absolutely. That's the secret.
Yep. So that is where we're at on, do you have anything to add?
I think we hit it pretty good on the nose there. I hope, that you really take what we're saying, seriously, because, if you don't do these certain things and have a plan when you're going to do them daily, I mean, you might not write a blog post right now every single day of the week, but mark down at least 3 or 4 and what days you're going to do them on, and when you're going to post them, and start writing topics down. If you don't have topics on it, Samantha just did a blog post the other day on topics, on where to find topics of what to write on and stuff like that. But really have a plan. You got to have a plan, and you got to do the daily little things, just like if you're in corporate world. I know I worked on a golf course for 20 plus years. That's what I did before, this whole entrepreneurship. And greens had to get mowed in the morning. Fairways had to get mowed in the morning. Cups had to been cut in the morning. Bunkers had to be raked before all the golfers get out there. It's just a daily thing that we had to do, but you did it, just like in business. You're going to have to do those videos. You're going to have to do the blog posts. You're going to have to write the emails. You're going to have to post content on social media, because that's what you're here for.
Yep. And even if you are only doing 1 blog post a week, I mean, like I started to say before, when with my planning and stuff like that, I always thought that everything should be like, like I went to work, like I work a job, and I do work a job, but I work a very freedom style job. So I'm able to have my child at home with me. I'm able to, run out and do deliveries or go to the grocery store or whatever. So it's really hard to keep on that. So doing a daily kind of like what your plan is for the day, and keeping those top things, here's the top things, guys. Meditate, the 5 steps. What are they? Meditate, personal growth, learn something new, prospect, and content. And if you guys are doing content, I mean, if you sit down on a Sunday morning before get up before your kids get up, get up before everybody else gets up, and sit down, and you can bust out 3 blogs. If you watch, 1 webinar, and you don't have to be an expert on it. I think that's where a lot of people are like, oh, well, I can't write a blog on, my timeline unless I'm doing a timeline. No, because you can start that blog off and say, hey, I just got off a webinar, and I'm so excited to start this and, get it going, and go from there.
Yeah.
You can literally take like 3 blog posts from 1 hour of anything. Jessica, watch Jessica tomorrow. Watch Kanisha's today. I mean, we have recruiting this week. Yeah, so, I mean, get on the Hangout today at 3 o'clock and learn recruiting. And then on Wednesday, learn more recruiting. I mean, that's what we all want. We all want recruit. So learn it and blog post about it, or do like Erin Birch. I mean, go over to her blog. She literally does 3-minute videos and then has like a paragraph on her blog. And that's it. I mean, that's not hard to do. Just got to get in the habit of it and keep consistent with it. So if you guys want to get on the 4 o'clock, 4:44, get up in the morning time thing with us, feel free. All right. Is there any questions? Eric, I just started laughing because I saw that you said, yep, you're old. And you're right. It was my phone.
It was your phone?
Dragging my phone around.
Cord getting drug around the house, getting tied in knots, and not being hung right. It had twisted.
I mean, honestly, I miss those days of like, I wasn't home.
Or someone pulls it.
You can't even go around that.
It's got that crinkle thing in it, so it never goes back again.
Yeah. You got to hang the phone like this, and it goes. Yeah. If you don't know those phones, if you're too young to remember those, go watch Napoleon. What is it, right. Napoleon Dynamite, where he's like, he goes running, he's like. All right. Well, thank you all for showing up. Love you all. We'll be back next Tuesday. And next Tuesday, we're going to be talking recruiting. And we're going to test out this formula, guys. It's going to be awesome.
Stay tuned.
So we will see you next Tuesday or on the Wednesday webinar. Bye for now.